Hello and welcome to another SuperNEC Basics video where I'm going to be explaining to you the various aspects of editing your structure. As you can see in the dialog box right now, there are two ways of editing a component. Select the component and press the edit button in the menu below is the first method. There we go, you can see what you can edit there. And the second method is to set the group level to the level you'd like for a specific component, and then you can double click on the item and edit it from there. So in our case, we're going to be setting our group level back up to high. And then we're going to be selecting that little portion of transmission line. You can now change these characteristics. So you'll see we have one element selected in red there on the LPDA we have as an example. So we can push the edit button or just simply double click the element and we'll get the wire dialog box, which will allow us to work with the specifications of the wire. There we go. So here we're going to be running through the disclaimers of editing. So the first one we're going to need to work with is that any changes you make to the length of wires, assemblies, sub-assemblies or primitives, for example, and it's listed here, when you change the length of the wire by redirecting the coordinates at the end of the wire, you will have those changes reverted when you change the model frequency of your assembly. So that we also covered in our video on model frequency. Another disclaimer is that if, for example, you're editing the element we have selected now, if you then go and edit the entire LPDA, that element will be reverted back to its original form or default. The third and last thing I'd like to mention is that any transmission line or two-port network you've connected to a sub-assembly will be disconnected or deleted whenever you change that assembly. So it is actually on you, the user, to figure out how to reconnect them each time you're going to be changing your project. To assist with this, I'm going to be showing you how to reconnect a transmission line. We will begin simply by selecting the port of the network. So if you see now, I'm going to be selecting that small port there at the bottom, right next to the first element. And now you need to select the segment that you wish to connect the transmission line to. You can double click on the right mouse button. So the dialog box will actually appear and the port you're working with will be colored green. We'll do that just now. And now it says, would you like to connect the network? And there you see we've actually put it in. So as we covered in the edit menu of our tutorials page, you select an element, go to the edit menu, and now you can begin removing loads or removing sources, or even removing the coupling.